I'm Anna DeGraw.
And I'm Anna Kilman.
And together we are Anna Squared. As we're approaching the new school year, we're curious to see how COVID has affected the enrollment. Take it away, Jack.
Good day, Saints. 2020 has definitely been a year for the books, with the coronavirus and pandemic. Let's see how that has affected admissions at Oklahoma Christian School. We spoke with the admissions director about this year's admissions.
Well, I just calculated and we are up in applications 190%. So that means that we have already over 300 applications for kids that want to come to school at OCS next year. So for us, it has impacted us greatly.
We spoke with a future OCS student and my sister about why she chose to come to OCS.
Because I like going to school 5 days a week, and OCS offers that during this time, and I like going to school in a Christian environment.
OCS takes all of the safety precautions when it comes to the coronavirus, and we are very careful. That's why we stay open for 5 days a week. It's a lot of work to run our school, so we asked the person in charge of it. She's also in charge of the interview process.
Usually we would have parents come in with the students and you get to know them, you get to see them, walk them through the school if they haven't seen it, but with Corona we're just doing online. So we do Zoom calls, which is always difficult. You know, sometimes we can hear them, they freeze, things like that. So it really, the most important thing is we always start with a prayer, like praying over them, praying over the time, making sure God's in the middle of that interview. And then I always prompt them about that we ask about their personal testimony so that it gives them time to kind of think through that and be ready.
The coronavirus has definitely impacted admissions at OCS, and we're excited to see all of our new students in the years to come. Reporting for Saints Weekly, I'm Jack Humphreys.
Thanks, Jack. And speaking of COVID, we're going to see how the basketball team is taking measures for this COVID season.
What's up, Saints? We know COVID's been a real struggle for sports this year. Let's see how the basketball team's dealing with it.
We talked with one of the Saints' biggest impacts on the court, Carter Hodson.
You guys know that COVID is a very severe and allergic reaction, so you have to be very cautious. So we have so many protocols. We wear masks and gloves on the bench just to make sure that we don't get contaminated.
We spoke with the Saints' student section leader, Travis Brown, on the subject.
Well, we have to wear masks now, but it's not killing the energy. And sometimes we have to split up the student sections, but I think it just makes it more hype.
Next, we talked to Saints superfan, Charlie Krause.
I just feel like there hasn't been as much people as there normally are there. It's kind of sad.
We caught up with Mrs. Smith to see how the student section can be more safe during the basketball games.
They're doing a great job. If we could work on spacing, that would be wonderful, but keeping their masks on is most important.
Looks like the basketball team's taking a lot of precautions to keep the season going. Reporting for Saints Weekly, I'm Maddox Trent.
Did you see those random people walking around the halls? Yeah, that was ACSI. Here's Jane to tell us more.
I know of y'all have been wondering, what is ACSI? Well, I talked to a student, a faculty member, and even ACSI as what is ACSI?
I know that they strive to lead, support, and serve Christian schools and educators around the country.
ACSI stands for the Association of Christian Schools International, and it's the accreditation that our school goes through in order for us to be state recognized so that our transcripts and diplomas are accepted at different colleges and universities around the United States or even international.
Why do we need ACSI for our school?
Well, you have to be accredited, and we have chosen ACSI as our accreditation agency, and we really like them and like what they stand for, so it seems to fit our needs. We get reaccredited. We've been accredited with ACSI, but every 5 years they come in and do a reaccreditation just to make sure that we are keeping our standards high and that we're doing what we're supposed to do. The study that we did and put together takes about a year to do, and it's a self-study, so it's like we're kind of grading ourselves. How are we doing? And then they come in just to make sure that what we say we're doing, we're actually doing.
ACSI is the Association of Christian Schools International, and we it's an accrediting body for Christian schools across Christian high schools, middle schools, elementary schools across the world, actually. So we basically are affirming that you are a real school, that transcripts and grades matter for colleges and are real. And so that's what we're doing here today, is just proving that you guys are doing what you say you're doing, which you are. So.
Well, I hope you guys have learned a lot, and now you know what ACSI is. Reporting for Saints Weekly, I'm Jaden Gotch.
I'm curious to know what Groundhog's Day is really about. So we're going to take it to Emma to see what the groundhog has to say.
Well, you saw it here first. Mr. Groundhog didn't see his shadow. Looks like we'll be having an early spring. We talked to a student about his favorite part of Groundhog Day and what it truly means to him. We found Craig the groundhog in action.
Groundhog Day is by far like the best American holiday. I think it's on February 2nd. Last time I checked, it's a holiday that really just celebrates a groundhog coming out of its hole. And if it does and it sees its shadow, then that means that there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter, which I really don't want because I hate winter. But if he doesn't, then that means we're starting whatever season comes after winter pretty darn quick.
Groundhog's Day is when a groundhog comes out of the ground, and if there's a shadow of the groundhog, then something happens, but if there's not, then something else happens.
Fortunately enough, we found Craig the groundhog laying underneath plenty of trees and gazing at the skies. Every once in a while, he also loves to pop out of his home.
Just tell me whatever you know about Groundhog's Day.
Okay. Groundhog's Day is February 2nd. It was my grandpa's birthday, and he actually named his company Groundhog Services. So every Groundhog's Day, we just celebrate my grandpa's birthday. And other than that, we don't really pay attention to where the groundhog's shadow is.
With Groundhog's Day slowly approaching, we made advanced efforts to catch Mr. Groundhog in action.
Thanks, Drew. Where'd Anna go? You'll find out next week. Let's go to Gavin. To play some tennis to wake ourselves up. Spring sports are well underway here at OCS, and one of those sports specifically, tennis, is doing great, especially due to many changes that have been made to the tennis program this year. Why don't we take a look at what some of those changes are? Previously, the OCS tennis team has practiced at Kicking Bird, but now they're at Edmond Racket Club. This is a big change, not only because the courts are now closer to the school, but also they have more courts to practice on. We talked to a couple players about how this season has been going.
Tennis has been great so far, and I enjoy just pounding it out every day with the girlies. You know, it's great energy and it's super fun.
I've really enjoyed it so far. It's been good. It's a little cold, but other than that, it's great.
This year, OCS got a new tennis coach named Heather White. Coach White has played tennis since middle school and has 2 kids at OCS. She's very excited about this upcoming season.
I'm really liking coaching tennis so far. The kids are great. We've only had a few days outside and it's been a little chilly, but we've made the most of it and we're having a lot of fun and we're looking forward to a great season.
We asked a student about what he thinks of Coach White so far.
I really like the new tennis coach. She seems pretty cool and she sounds like she knows what she's doing.
Under the supervision of Coach White and at the new tennis facilities, I think this is going to be a great tennis season. Reporting for Saints Weekly, I'm Allison Cook. I've never played tennis before. I didn't ask. Wow, rejected. Hey, have you ever been rejected? No, but let's go to Xander to see what that's like.
Hey guys, Today we're going to be talking to people about how their dating life was during COVID. So, Taryn, how has your dating life been in COVID?
Non-existent.
So you don't have a boyfriend?
No.
You want to go out on a date?
No.
What about you?
No.
Xander, where did you go? Buddy? Oh no.
How has your COVID dating life been?
Rough.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Would you go out on a date with me?
No.
You okay?
How has your COVID dating life been?
Oh no. It's the same as always. Just nothing.
So no boyfriend.
Nope.
Would you want to go out on a date with me?
No.
How's your COVID dating life been?
So COVID actually made me realize that I needed to drop all the negativity in my life, so I broke up with my boyfriend.
So what you're saying is you're single now, right?
Very single.
Would you go on a date with me? So Emma, how has COVID affected your dating life?
Well, at first my parents were making me take precautions with it, like kind of go see him 24/7, but now they're kind of lenient about it, and there's not much precautions now.
So do you have a boyfriend?
I mean, I'm currently talking to somebody else.
So how has COVID affected your dating lives?
It really hasn't, but I've grown as a person.
Yeah, same. Can't go to the movies anymore.
So do any of you three have a boyfriend?
No. Nope. No.
Would any of you go out on a date with me?
No. No.
Just because I don't know you.
So if you knew me.
I'm just gonna stay single for now.
You know the point of a first date is to get to know someone, right?
Oh, baby, it's triple! So Allison, how has COVID affected your dating life?
Well, seeing as I'm not dating anybody, I'd say it probably hasn't affected anything.
So what you're saying is you're single?
Well, that is correct.
Would thine, Allison, please go on a date with me?
I don't know. No.
So Abby, how has COVID affected your dating life?
Honestly, it hasn't really affected it that much. I mean, sometimes you can't go to like restaurants and stuff. Other than that, it's not been a big deal.
So do you have a boyfriend?
Kind of.
What do you mean by kind of?
We have to talk about this.
Alright, I give up.
Let's hope Xander finds a date soon. And until then, join us next week on Saints Weekly.